Welcome to the E-Academy. In this episode, we're taking another look at the BEWAVE system, this time focusing on user management using the mobile app. You'll learn how to add users, assign and edit their permissions, grant system access, and remove a user if needed. To start, just a quick reminder. A single BEWAVE system can support up to 50 users, including administrators. Regular users can also be granted different levels of permissions. So, without further ado, let's open the app. I'm already logged in as an administrator. From the main screen, tap the cogwheel icon to open Settings, then navigate to the Users panel. At the top of the screen, you'll find buttons that let you switch between the list of regular users and administrators already added to the system. To add a new user, tap the button at the bottom of the screen. The first step is to enter the user's name. Next, select the type of permissions, that is, decide whether to create a regular user or an administrator. Administrators have full access to the entire site and all system functions with no restrictions. Still, a regular user can be granted access to the entire site or only to selected rooms. And here's an important note. Only users with access to entire site can be granted additional permissions. Specifically, this includes the right to edit, other users' permissions, scenes and routines, schedules, and presence simulation. You can also specify whether the user should receive system notifications from the Smart Hub. For a user with only partial access to the site, proceed to the next step to link them to specific devices, grouped by rooms for easier selection. On the next screen, specify which arming modes the user can control. And finally, select the scenes the user will be able to activate. Now you can save the user. The screen will show two options of granting the user access to the system. The first is by sending a link via email or a messaging app of your choice. The second option is a QR code which you can display on your screen. The newly created user simply scans it with their smartphone. The QR code can also be sent as an image using any method you prefer. Naturally, the user must have the BEWAVE app installed on their smartphone to access system control features. To complete the setup, they'll need to set a password to connect to the site. The added user will immediately appear on one of the lists in the app. In our case, he's listed among regular users. Now, let's take a look at the user's profile. What can we do here? The first available option is to change the user's status from active to inactive and vice versa. This is useful when you want someone to have access to the system only during a specific period and only when you allow it. For example, this could be an installer who is granted access by the administrator only when technical support is being carried out. This option can also be useful for granting temporary access to a cleaner or gardener who needs to work at the site when the administrator is away. Additionally, from the user's profile, you can check the list of devices they use to access the system. Usually it's smartphones or tablets that have connected to the Smart Hub. Each device is listed along with the date and time of its first connection to the system. Up to 5 devices can be assigned to a single user. Tap the bin icon to remove a device and revoke its access to the site. This is useful, for example, when a smartphone is exchanged for a new one. By tapping Edit User, you open the screen where you can modify the permissions we set earlier in this episode. The option just below lets you to reset the user's password. After the reset, the user will need to reactivate their account. If you delete a user, they will immediately lose access and the ability to control the site. And if the system includes a smart keypad, you can assign the user a unique code to be used on such a device. And that's it. Our new user is now ready to operate the BEWAVE system. I'll share more about the app and the system's features in future episodes of the E-Academy. Thank you for watching. See you next time.